Hey guys, today's video is long overdue. I've been wanting to get this up for probably over a month now, but I guess it means it's a little more thorough. So today's video is a review on the Madam Glam do-it-yourself at-home gel nail system. I've had this since March, so I have a very good idea of it, all the ins and outs. I'm going to go through my review at the very end, but before that I'm going to talk about how I got this design on my nails, which is a cat's eye design, and I am no expert. I also have very damaged nails, so I will be talking about that as well. I chose this system specifically because it is cruelty free, it's vegan, and the polishes themselves are also 9 free. So let's go ahead and get started. So as I said, I am no expert when it comes to doing my own nails. I've been doing them forever, and you would think after 20 plus years of doing them, you would be able to do your non-dominant hand without making a ton of mistakes, but I still do all the time. I am no expert. I'm not someone who really needs to have my nails done all the time. I either feel like having them done or feel like painting them, or I don't. I do try to have them done a little bit more now that I have a channel, just because there's a lot of close-ups on my fingers and I don't want to show off, they're just not very healthy right now. I have had regular experiences of getting gel nails done. I was doing it for a while there, and then I moved on to acrylics when we got married. For my wedding day, I wanted to have acrylics, and that was my first time ever having them done. I was a bit of a novice and I didn't realize how much damage they do to your nails. I had them on for a year, of course getting regular changes and fill-ins and all that kind of stuff you're supposed to get, but by the time they took them off, or I wanted to have them taken off, they were so damaged underneath. This is a little bit TMI, but not really. I remember having them taken off, and this was just back in December. I went to the bathroom in the salon, and when I went to go pull my pants up, my nails bent in half. I know that's like not a pretty image, but that's how damaged they were underneath. So I knew I needed something unlike a traditional polish that was going to be a little bit harder, that would be able to protect the nails underneath. So I wanted to look at doing gel nails again, but the reason why I didn't go to a salon to have them done, or didn't want to do that, is because I'm also cruelty free. It's actually really hard to find what nail salon brands are cruelty free when you're getting gel nails done. I tried to do that research and I couldn't find it. It was all like at home kind of stuff that you could buy, and that's how I discovered Madam Glam. They already had good reviews, and that was one of the reasons why I went with them. The other reason is they have so many choices when it comes to polish. For what I actually paid for this whole system, it was $109. That was for the system. It was for a base and top coat, 3 different colors, and then also for the magnet. I know that might sound kind of steep, $109, but when you think about all the times that you've gotten your nails done, plus tip and everything else, it really does kind of pay for itself. I know the polishes are also about $20 a piece. Some of the ones that are different effects may be more, but about $20. Again, you get so many uses out of them, so as long as you don't get bored with the colors. I chose neutrals for my first ones because I knew I would get so many uses out of them, but eventually I could expand on my collection and go a little bit out of that comfort zone there. I did use a code that was called First40 for my first purchase. I don't know if it still works, but you can definitely try it. I think I found it on Facebook or on Retail Me Not. I'm sure there are other codes that you can use. I also want to mention, because I was a little bit confused when I first went to their website, everything, all the prices are slashed through and you see a half off price. So it says original versus what you save. That savings is for if you do a VIP membership. I think you probably pay some kind of yearly subscription to get that half off price. So that's someone, if you're going to do your nails every day, not every day, but regularly, and you want to change up your polishes all the time, you may find value in that. I may do it eventually, but for this time, just because it was my first time trying them out, I just wanted to buy them directly, and I still got to save 40%. So I do want to mention that, because when I first went on and saw that half off price and saw the 40% that I could save, I was like, I'm going to save so much money, but no, you can't do both. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into the step-by-step instructions. So the first thing you want to do is give yourself a little bit of a manicure. I am not that great at this. I can barely file my own nails. I always say nails. I hate the way I say it. Anyway, I filed them down and did a little bit of clipping, but other than that, I was pretty lazy with it. I washed them. I used a little bit of like that cuticle pusher thing, and then that was about it. And then you also want to take an alcohol wipe or an alcohol pad and wipe them over your nails. That's going to remove any kind of oils, dirt, debris, little lint, hairs, anything that could be on your nails that could pick up in the polish. What you see me here using is glasses wipes, and I know that may seem wasteful, but these are my husband's. He has glasses, I do not, but he said that these sucked for wiping his glasses, so I have repurposed them for my nails, and now I have a whole box of them. So that's what I'm using them for. So I did that first, and then I'm going to go in with the base coat. This you want to get really thin on. It can feel a little bit weird when you first start to do the gel nail polishes. I don't know if they're all like this, but I only have experience with the Madam Glam ones, but they're very thick and almost chunky. So you do want to shake up the bottle really well and then try to get a thin coat on your nail. You just need one, and then you cure it in the little LED lamp. I believe in the instructions it says for 30 seconds. I do 60 seconds every time. It's just what I do. I am someone who overcooks everything, including my hands apparently, so I always do a little bit longer than I'm supposed to. So that's what I did there, and then I went in with the black, the base black. I also have another polish that I think I show at this point, which is the Pretty Liar. It's like a grayish. It comes off a little bit more gray than beige, but I think that's how it was described on the website. I do like that color a lot as well, but these were pretty staple for me. I like both of those colors, and I knew they would go well with everything. So then I did the Perfect Black. I did 2 coats of them, also curing in between for the 60 seconds. Black is a hard color to use, whether it's gel or a regular polish. It's easy to make mistakes, and when you do make a mistake, it's very easy to see. So I just kind of clean up any little bits on the edges with my other nail. That's how I do it. Again, I'm pretty lazy, and that's how I do it. I just made sure I cleaned up that little area before curing them so that it wasn't really set on my skin. Not that I think it wouldn't come off, but just because it's probably a little bit easier doing it ahead of time. So the next part in this is when you do the cat eye design. The actual polish itself that I used is called Meteor Shower. They had several different ones that made a cat eye effect than just kind of different colors. And it said to pair this with the black polish. You could probably pair it with other colors though, I would assume, and it would give a little bit different of effect. Now the important part here is to do a thin coat, but do not cure it. Before you cure it, you want to use the little magnet device. So this little magnet is, it's pretty cheap. It's a magnet with a handle. I think after the first time I used this, it broke and I had to hot glue it back together. It was $2, so what can you expect? So when you're using the magnet, you want to go kind of close to the nail, but not actually touch it because it is still wet. I have a hard time with this. I can be a little bit shaky, and there is a couple times, not this time, I actually did pretty well, but there have been times that I have actually touched my nail and kind of ruined the design, but I don't really care that much. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of stuff. No one's going to get close enough to see, but this time I did fairly well. So you just want to go in one direction, one single direction. I did diagonal for this, and you go across each nail before you cure it. And then after you're done, you can go ahead and cure it. The only thing that I do different on the opposite side when I do my right hand is that I go in the opposite direction from the top to bottom, right to left. And then once you're done, you can do the top coat, and that's about it. That is the finished look. I just have the one hand there, but then like I said, once I finished the other one, the only thing I did different was go ahead and change the direction. And then that's really about it. There is one more very important step that I want to highlight and also kind of say this was my most frustrating part of using the system because it didn't really say it in the instructions. And then when I tried to reach out to Madam Glam for help, I had a very hard time getting a hold of someone. So basically, you know how like when you get your gel nails done at the salon, they wipe over them with alcohol at the end. I thought again that was to remove any kind of lint, but it is actually part of the drying process. Your nails will feel very sticky and tacky until you remove with the alcohol. I didn't know that. So when I was done curing my top coat, my nails were extremely sticky and I had to go to work in about an hour. And I was like freaking out because I could not get them to cure. I know this might sound funny, but it was very frustrating at the time because it wasn't listed in the instructions to wipe them down with alcohol. I kept trying to cure them and it was probably 10 times over that I did it. Like I said, I tried to chat with Madam Glam, I think on their website, maybe also on Facebook, and I had a very hard time getting a hold of someone. Eventually, I just Googled my Madam Glam nails won't cure or my gel nails won't cure, and I saw someone say that you need to wipe them with alcohol. I didn't know that, so now you guys know that if you do try the system, and you will avoid that goof and all that frustration. Again, you just take one of those alcohol wipes or pads, wipe them down, and you are good to go. You will be dry. Just don't forget to do that because it will feel very funny and tacky on your nails. So here's what they actually look like, well, not in person, but on camera. And it's probably gonna be hard to see. They're probably just gonna look really shiny, but I'll move them around a little bit and you can see a little bit of that cat's eye design. It's fun, it's a little bit different. It looks like maybe I went and had them done when I didn't. I definitely wanna try more from Madam Glam. I'm gonna go through just very straight my pros and cons here, and I did make a list. So the cons for this brand would be that customer service issue I had. Once I did get a hold of someone, I think they did eventually answer. I had already found my resolution inside that blog. So that was frustrating, the fact that I couldn't really talk to someone right away when I needed them because I was confused. And also it didn't say that on the instructions. Number 2 would be the initial cost, although I do think that's kind of right in between, just because it does kind of pay for itself after a while. Another negative would be removing it. It is just kind of time consuming. I hate to admit this. I am someone that when my polish starts to lift, I will peel it. I hate to admit that, or I will bite at it. If you've ever done that, you know a part of your nail will come up with it, and it's not good for your nail. It doesn't hurt unless you get really, really close to whatever this cushy part is. If you get too close to that, that will hurt. But for the most part, it just looks ugly, and it will leave like ridges in your nail. So to remove it the correct way, you take a little bit of acetone on a cotton pad and soak them over your nail, just like you do in the salon. You can put tinfoil around your nail, and then I also even have these little clips that hold it on so that you can sit there without them falling off. You'll look a little bit funny for a while, but it takes about 20 to 30 minutes and it is time consuming. I also have one of those little nail drills to help remove any bits that won't come off, and it does take a while. So that's another negative, but you do kind of have to outweigh the good with the bad, because with that you get to also have your nails on longer than if you were to just use traditional nail polish, which leads me to the next one. I guess this could be a positive or a negative depending on how you look at it. They last, I'd say this Madam Glam system lasts about 1 week on me before they start to lift, maybe a week and a half on a good day. When I get them done in the salon, it lasts about 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely a little bit longer. It still lasts, the Madam Glam system still lasts longer than if I was just to use any old nail polish that I have. Maybe, I would think maybe it would be my skill level, but at the same time, I have been using this system for about 3 months, and I can say consistently it lasts about a week or week and a half. And then lastly, I'm moving on to the positive. So for the positive for this system, it's cruelty-free, which is awesome. It's very hard to find that research to see if gel polishes in the salons are cruelty-free or not. So the fact that I know this is cruelty-free is great. It's also vegan, and the formula for the polishes themselves are 9 free. I don't know what those 9 free chemicals are, but I'm sure they're things that aren't good for me. Another big positive would be variety. There are so many different colors. I just want to bring up the website. So besides having every color under the rainbow, like I said, they also have cat eye, they have chameleons, which I assume are some kind of color shifting. They have cream, diamond and platinum, firefly, glitter and shimmer, glow in the dark, holographic, neon, and peacock. So they have so many different choices. After you watch this video, I'm sorry, if you do a search, it'll probably come up on your Instagram or your Facebook all the time, because you know how all of those ads are connected. I have to tell you, every time I edit a video, I guess Siri is listening, or whomever is listening, and whatever I'm doing a review on will just constantly come up on my Facebook and my Instagram. Anyway, my other positive here is that it's pretty fast. These take me, I'd say, about 40 minutes to do, but then that's it. I don't have to worry about them drying. I hate when you do your nails with traditional nail polish, and even if it's like 3 or 4, like especially on my toes, and by the time I go to sleep, I think they're dry and I still wake up with imprints on it. I have no clue how that happens. So these are actually dry, and I like that they're fast, and I like that I can do it any time of the day and I don't have to worry about that dry time. I can do these at 10 o'clock at night. I can do it right before work as long as you use that alcohol wipe, and it'll be fine. So yeah, that's it. Overall, my review, would I recommend this? Yeah, I would. 10 out of 10 actually. I would recommend this. There are some drawbacks and some cons, but for me, the pros outweigh the cons. I didn't actually show the system like next to my head. Is it bigger than my head? Everything's bigger than my head. I have such a small head. But here it is. You have the different options, 15, 30, 60, and 90. Like I said, I always use the 60 seconds. I like the print on there. I think it's really cute. I don't think they have others, but they may. But I thought this one was cute. There's also the plug that goes into it. It's not the most like compact thing, but I don't think it's like an eyesore or super big either. I can easily store it. And then I also have one of the polishes here. This is 15 milliliters. I don't believe I said that. Or 0.5 ounces. I believe that's what a traditional nail polish is. It looks about the same. It's about the same standard size. So yeah, I think this system is great. I want to know below if you guys have tried this, what you think of it, or if you've tried anything else that's kind of similar. I also want to know what your tips and tricks are for doing your own nails at home, whether it be a gel or some other kind of system. I know they have like the dippy powder stuff at home. If you've tried that, I would also love to know. And if you have favorite colors from Madam Glam, let me know what they are. I think some of them you can also buy on Amazon. Originally, I was going to try to get this whole system on Amazon, but I think it was more expensive. Anyway, that's my review. That's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.